Welcome to Thriving Talks with Anthony. Today we're going to be having an insightful conversation. For those that are new to the channel, we make mental health conversations and mental health content that's going to be able to benefit your personal development in addition to your wellness, right? So today we're going to be having a conversation on balancing ambition and your well-being, in addition to how to pursue your goals without burning out. I find that this is important because we all want to get to where we need to be, but we also need to have a certain balance, because if we don't, we're going to be fried from the flow up and we're not going to get to where we need to be. So we got to have a certain discernment to keep that motivation, because it's embedded in us, but at the same time to recognize that balance to preserve our energy to get where we need to be, right? So please tune in. So we're going to start with the first segment, and it's going to be the power of ambition and why it's worth pursuing. So I really want to highlight the factors of ambition helps us grow and achieve our dreams, right? So without ambition, like I said, that embedded motivation that's inside of us, we wouldn't be able to get where we need to be. But when it comes to our ambition, it drives us to reach higher and achieve our success, right? So it gets us to where we need to be. We feel good and we feel successful. We accomplish something. We got our passions and everything's in alignment, right? But without balance, ambition can lead to stress and burnout. So we got to be able to take that into consideration, because like I said, I don't want you guys to be tore up from the flow up, done, fried, on some hospitalized stuff, really going through it. So in order to prevent all that type of stuff and this mental health, crisis that may come our way, is to prevent that by, like I said, having that balance. And then let's just slide into the dark side of ambition, right? So recognizing the signs of burnout. When things are not really going right, your lack of performance is starting to decrease, your functioning is starting to show. You really want to recognize, like I said, the signs of burnout. So ambition can sometimes turn into burnout if we push too hard, you know what I mean? So if we're really trying to get, for instance, someone wants to get a certain amount of money, so they're working extensive hours. It's good that you're pushing hard to get that money, but you also want to be able to have a balance. Make sure you're getting your sleep, because if you don't, it's just, you put yourself back. The money is good and stuff like that too. You may not even get the money that you're desiring, but you're tore up, you know what I mean? So like I said, really recognize when you're starting to see symptoms and you're really starting to see burnout, right? So signs of burnout can involve with constant exhaustion, losing motivation, feeling disconnected from your goals, and physical symptoms like headaches, or even, like I said, sleep problems. So irritable, you really can't even, your body's not functioning because you're pushing too hard. So recognize, like I said, have that balance when you're overworked, you're stressed out, and you're dealing with an overload. So really recognize that. The next, I want to talk about the importance of, your well-being and achieving long-term success. Like I said, when we're making goals, you want to make sure they're smart, manageable. You know what I mean? Start small before you just jump and try to make something just too overwhelming. But in order for us to get the long-term goals, we want to have a good well-being, so we're able to achieve and fulfill that success. But well-being is crucial for long-term success. When it comes to studies, we get insight in regards to managing stress well leads to better performance, right? So when we're taking care of ourselves, our well-being is on point, we feel more happier, you know what I mean? We feel more relaxed and we're able to work more effectively. Some strategies I want to be able to talk about when it comes to balancing ambition and well-being is 5 tips, right? To avoid burnout while pursuing your goals. So please tune in. We're going to dive right into it, right? Starting off with number 1, we want to start with setting realistic and flexible goals. You want to be realistic, you want to be rational, you want to make sure that these things make sense. So break big goals into smart goals and make sure that they feel more manageable for you, right? So research indicates that specific, flexible goals reduce stress. So when we're able to, like I said, start small and it's manageable for us to be able to accomplish and complete, it reduces that stress. Because like I said, it's not overwhelming. It doesn't give us, that anxiety. The next is going to be prioritize self-care. I find that this word goes over people's heads so much, but without putting yourself first, you really find yourself behind many people. So when you put yourself first, you won't be dealing with too much of that stress. So I really want you to make sure you put yourself as a priority. You're number 1. So take breaks, get enough sleep, and practice mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing, and all those type of exercises to help reduce stress. Research also includes, when it comes to mindfulness, it reduces stress and boosts your well-being, which is a good thing. Next is be able to, take into consideration is learn to say no, protect your time, protect your space, have some type of reservation for yourself so you're able to maintain your own time and your own energy, right? So saying no doesn't mean that you're lazy, you're mean, you're a bad person. It just prioritize of what's important, which is you, right? So put yourself first. Know when to say no. Next is going to be embrace the process of perfection. Celebrate the small wins, and you focusing on moving forward. Research includes, focusing on progress reduces stress and builds motivation. So like I said, when we're focusing on the positive, we're focused on, our hard work, and we're celebrating, and we're really, this is helping us move on, because the celebrations and the hard work is being acknowledged, right? So this is going to help us get to where we need to be. So take that into consideration, right? Next is going to be build a support system. This is a big thing. Surround yourself with people who are able to support you and encourage you, and be able to, as like I said in the beginning of the videos, that you have this motivation that's embedded in you. But we want people that's going to be able to really help you shine, really going to be able to hold that mirror to reflect like you a dope individual, you're great, you're awesome, and really be able to motivate you, right? Because that's what it is, that's who you are. So really have a support system, whether it's a mentor, you got professionals out there, teachers, you have your parents, you have different people around you, friends. So make sure that you're building a support system for yourself where people are able to encourage you. Having a mentor, or I mentioned, like I said, a friend, can maintain that balance, to help you out when it comes to support. I want to move on to how to track your progress, right, without losing yourself in the process. This is a big thing, because I find that sometimes we're too hard on ourselves. We have high expectations of maybe family on us, or even within ourselves, or other people, society, whatever it may be. But I want us to be able to track our progress, of what we're doing without getting too lost into the sauce, right? So track your milestones, Don't be too over obsessed with when it comes to perfection. We're not made to be perfect, we're made to improve, right? So don't get it twisted. Just as long as you're doing what you gotta do, you're on track, that's what matters. So really, get your pen, pencil, whatever it may be, and write down your progress. I always advocate for people to journal. Take it. Y'all think I'm playing? Hold on. I got mine's right here. I always advocate people to journal, because it's really gonna be able, I got work, you feel me? I got work. But it's like I always advocate people to journal, because it's able to really demonstrate your progress, and you're able to assess your thoughts from previous years, months, or whatever it may be, and it shows growth, right, overall. So track your milestones. Next is going to be able to set boundaries between work and personal life. This is major. And then I want to be able to reflect regularly on how you're doing. How do you feel, right, about your progress, and how how the process is going for yourself. So I always advocate as well. We here with it, and we have the backpack on deck, so we doing what we gotta do. Is this right here is an agenda book, right? So you're able to go on your month, whatever. It's December right now, wrapping up, the holiday season coming up, but be able to write things down to really indicate your goals, scheduling your breaks, making sure you're indicating what's going to be beneficial for you as you're putting yourself as that main priority, so you don't get lost into the sauce. So really, when you have things out as a visual, it helps you recognize. So it's like you're not really just floating around in the world, floating around in these different environments, in these different rooms, and going through different experiences without having a certain discernment of what's for you, what's beneficial for you, as as you write things down. So really take that into consideration. And like I said earlier, setting those boundaries when it comes to your work and your professional life, so that you have some type of reservation for yourself. We need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. The next is we're going to dive into long-term benefits of balance. So balancing ambition and your well-being leads to sustainable success. When it comes to research, maintaining balance increases job satisfaction and overall health. You can achieve your goals and enjoy your journey when you have balance. So like I said, make sure that you're putting yourself first when it comes to your personal life, right? You're dealing with your friends, you're dealing with your family, you're dealing with all these other groups, and like I said, overall, just make sure you're taking care of yourself. You can get where you need to be when you take care of yourself. And I just feel as if that, like I mentioned earlier, I always advocate for that self-care, but I really want you guys to understand that no one knows you more than you know yourself. And when you spend more time, like I said, writing things down, reflecting, giving yourself visuals, putting yourself around mentors and motivational people that can support groups and systems, and getting yourself where you need to be when it comes to workshops and educating yourself, learning, you know what I mean? These things are going to help you get to where you need to be, because it's all around people that are trying to encourage you in that atmosphere of what? Positivity. So I really want you guys to, you know what I mean, kind of tune your mindset, and overall, when it comes to this video, is really having that balance to sustain that ambition. And like I said earlier, that motivation that is embedded in what? All of us. We all got this. We all can get to where we need to be when we take care of ourselves. So thank you for tuning in with me with our conversation today, and I'm wishing you well, and I'll see you for the next one. Take it easy.